Hi, this is Felicia from his daughter, and welcome to my garden. So today we're going to be going around my yard and getting different plants and different materials that we use in our products. So we're going to be picking them, and then we're going to take them back to the store and cleaning them and laying them out to dry, and then we're going to infuse them in all the wonderful products we make. So right now I am picking some of our Comfrey, and we use it in our charcoal and clay soap. The Comfrey is so incredibly wonderful. They actually call it bone knit because it truly will heal a broken bone topically. People use the leaf and the root, but we just at his daughter use the leaves, and it's at its optimal strength when the flowers are blooming, which it is, and maybe just a little bit before. I could have picked it maybe a week ago, but it's fine today. So we will take it and we will clean the leaves and we'll dry them out, and we'll infuse them in all sorts of products we make at his daughter. But it goes so deep, that tap root, and it brings all the nutrients up. So it's good, like people put them in orchards because it's wonderful for the soil, but it's also wonderful for your skin. It's real high in melatonin, which helps your cells regenerate, which really brings healing. The only thing you shouldn't use Comfrey with is in deep wounds, because sometimes before it heals underneath, it will heal over, and that's why you only use it on minor skin abrasions and minor cuts. But it's like spiky, it's wonderful, and the bees love it. Hello, so now we are talking about burdock leaves. They're wonderful. It's what, see, this little base is going to grow up, and that's where you get your burrs that stick to us and get in our clothing. But burdock leaves are excellent for healing, and they're excellent for burns. Every year I dry whole ones, so if somebody gets burned, we dry it completely. We rehydrate it if they have a burn. We dry it off completely, and you put it directly over your burn with a salve, and it heals. I mean, better than anything that you'd probably get in the store. Burdock leaves are very healing. They're wonderful, and they grow everywhere. I have them all over. I'm always trying to pull them up. But burdock leaves, and burdock is excellent for healing, and it's very high in melatonin as well. Hi, we're talking about plantain right now. So it looks just like this, but there's so many varieties. So I'm just gonna pull it up. This is in my little starter pot next to my garden. So I got it, but I want to talk about it. So if you are outside and you get stung, you put some in your mouth, you chew it, so you emaciate it, and you add it to that to that sting. You'll have no pain, and you will be relieved of all swelling. It's a wonderful plant material. We dry it out. We've made salves with it before. So plantain is a wonderful healing plant. It grows in really poor soil conditions, but it brings so much healing with little effort. Okay, so we're going to be talking about mint. Mint is very good. It's clarifying. So we pick our mint and we put it in our rosemary mint soap. It's good for your skin. It helps increase the circulation, and it just adds freshness. So we just pick our mint and we dry it, and we infuse it in a lot of things at the shop. We put it in soaps, and we put it in scrubs. Okay, we're going to be talking about lemon balm, how wonderful it is. We don't put it in anything, but I do think it's worth a mention. It's called Melissa. It's very good. It was used at the turn of the century for hysteria. So it brings calmness to yourself and to your emotions, and also to your skin. It's very good. So lemon balm, what you do is you dry it completely, and you don't try to crush it up. You crush it up right before you use it, and you drink it in a tea. But it has a wonderful lemon. Okay, and this is our lemon eucalyptus plant. We use the lemon eucalyptus essential oil in our bug spray. It is as effective as DEET, but it's natural. It's very, very good for keeping mosquitoes and ticks away from you. But it has a wonderful earthy scent, and it's beautiful. And I love using the oil, and I love having the plant. Hello, Felicia again, and we're back here at the shop, and we're going to be processing the plant material we got from my yard. It's all natural, it's all organic, grown by me. And if you hear any sounds, we're a fully functioning shop, so excuse me for the noise. So we'll get the Comfrey, and what we do, and it's very spiky. It's wonderful. So we're going to be pulling it apart and checking it for any bugs or anything on it that wouldn't be good for us. And so what we do with the Comfrey, we can use it in a couple of ways. So we completely dry it, and it has to be completely dried because moisture causes bacteria. So we'll completely dry it, lay it out, and over the course of several days as we're drying it, we will be checking it, rotating it, turning it over. And once it's fully dried, we can use it in so many different ways. We could put it in like a vodka, which we don't here at the shop, or alcohol or witch hazel and make a tincture with it. Or we dry it completely and we could put it into an olive oil, keep it in there in a sunny window for a couple of weeks, strain it, and you have a wonderful healing oil. Or what we like to do here is we crush it up and we put it right directly into our products, which is wonderful for the skin. Okay, now we're going to be drying our mint. So if I'm busy, I'll just do the whole stalks. But if I'm not, then, and since we're just for demonstration, we're going to take all the leaves off and let them dry. And with these, like your mints, I don't know if you can see up close here. I want to show you. See, you have more leaf here. So the more you pick, the more it gives. So that's how nature works. If you use it, it's going to grow more. So what I do is, I pick it and I dry it, and it seems to actually help the plant to even grow bushier and grow more leaves. So the more I need, okay, so now we have our plantain. We're going to let that dry. This makes it very, drying it again fully. You can put it in a dehydrator. People have put it in low ovens. But if you put it in a cool, dry place, checking it, rotating it, it will dry on its own. You don't need any special equipment. But plantain, like the Comfrey, is wonderful. You just completely dry it, make sure there's no moisture, so it's fully dried, and you can infuse it into, I use an olive oil, you can use sweet almond oil, avocado oil, whatever you have, that dried plant material, keep it for 2 weeks to up to a month, and then you strain it, and then the oil is healing. And then you could use that for like your salves. If you want to make that, you add just with olive oil and some beeswax. Plenty of recipes online, and you can make a healing plantain salve. And it's good for skin abrasions and minor cuts and bruises. Okay, so here we have our burdock leaves. Yeah, and see how fast we picked them literally 15 minutes ago. So if you're gonna pick them, you have to definitely lay them out and dry them immediately. So I dry these whole because, and you can get rid of the spine and the stalk. But if you do have a burn, you completely dry it. I've stored it just in a plastic bag. And sometimes I put a paper towel in there too of my material I'm drying, just so any moisture that I might have missed, it will keep it, it would go to the paper towel and keep it dry. And how we use that again is we just hydrate it in a little boiling water, completely dry it, and apply it to skin. It's so healing for burn. Okay, so here we have our lemon balm. I try not to mess with this too much, because just these, I dry them literally like this on a tray. And then in the winter time or any time when I want a cup of tea, it's even good fresh. You don't have to wait until it's dried. You can infuse this in hot water with some fresh lemon. It makes a wonderful tea that's very relaxing. That's what it's good for. But it also will boost your immune system because it has vitamin C in it. But it's very, very good for relaxing. But I keep it with the leaves on and just dry it just like that on a tray. So over the next course of several weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, we will be you're gonna be amazed how little plant material remains at the end, because it's really going to shrink down. But every day I'm rotating it, okay? I'm picking it up and making sure that it's all drying evenly, all the plant material. Like I said, if you do have a dehydrator, that would be a wonderful thing. But we do so much here that's why we dry it on the trays.
Hi everyone, my name is Kaylin and I'm an employee at His Daughter. Now, as you've seen in our previous videos, Felicia is super busy, so a lot of the finishing and finesse work is left to myself and the rest of the employees. So I'm actually going to show you some examples of our finished, completed, and dried plants and herbs. Since they do have to sit on the tray for 2 to 3 weeks, and that would be a long time to wait to finish this video. So I apologize in advance because the only dried plant that we used today for examples that I do not have is actually our plantain, but I will be able to show you the rest. So this is our completed and dried mint. This is our completed and dried comfrey, which we grind up and use and put in our charcoal and clay soap. And this is our completed and dried lemon balm. Now, as you can probably see from the dates on the bags, some of these herbs are legitimately years old. Now, when you dry herbs, they are good for a fairly indefinite amount of time, pretty much until they turn into a powder. So there's no need to worry about them going bad or anything like that, as long as you are drying them properly and removing all moisture. Now, lastly, this is our burdock, which is super impressive. And as you can see from what Felicia was saying, you dry it as one big leaf, since it is used as a kind of a type of form of bandage. And then if we were to use it to heal burns, you would go ahead, rehydrate it in some boiling water, and then place it just on top of the burn. So that's how those dry. Now, as I said, the herbs and plants that we picked today will be good to go in about 2 to 3 weeks. Thank you so much for watching another video with His Daughter, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and also purchase our products on our hisdaughtershop.com website. Thank you.